There you go, your name's up in lights. The brains behind F1 Podcast. There he is. Hello, cheeky boy. A little fat man. Now, if you're going to behave, you can lie next to me if you're going to go to sleep. Come on. Just lie there. Good boy.
Here's the brains.
Here's the brains, alright. Alright, well I won't touch you then. Plug in. Alright. You'll be right. There might be other noise, but he'll be alright. I have full faith. I have full confidence in you to shut the fuck up.
No, I think we better put him down. He's going to jump up on you halfway through.
It's alright. Just lie down. It's alright. 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 Lie down. Alright, good boy. Alright.
You want to be in this podcast too.
Alright. Alright. You can be in it. That's it. There we go. We found our comfort zone now. Alright. Ready? Let's give it a shot anyway. See how we do.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, hi everyone. Welcome back to... I'm obviously not. Hi everyone. Welcome to the Australian Formula One podcast. This is podcast number 119. And as ever, I'm joined by my colleague and great mate, Pep. Mate, welcome.
Thank you, mate.
And I'm finally back from Brisbane. It's been over a week now since Pep and I have spoken to you guys, so it's good to be back at home. And mate, here we find ourselves after a long 3 weeks gearing up for the Nurburgring.
3 gaps, Max. We've talked about them before in previous podcasts.
They suck.
They're torment. I hate them. I don't like them. For the last week, I've been breaking out in hives. I've been scratching myself. I just can't wait for another race to happen, mate.
Oh well, you got your wish, mate. We find ourselves back in Germany, which is wonderful. One of my favourite circuits, mate. What are your thoughts on the Nurburgring?
Yeah, I love the Nurburgring. I mean, obviously it's no Nordschleife, which is the best racing circuit in the world.
Which it was.
Yeah, I mean, they were racing there in the 70s, but it's unsafe now, Max. You can't race there anymore. But the Nurburgring for a little circuit is good fun. I always enjoy, on the PlayStation at least, I enjoy racing around there. It's got, I love coming down to the hairpin. I love the quick up the hill section in the last sector. I think it's a great circuit, Max.
Mate, I love it just like you. Pep and I have only had the advantage of seeing practice 1 and 2. So we're doing this podcast before qualification. Mate, good to see Webber up there in free practice 1. Means nothing, of course, but nonetheless, good to see him up there.
Yeah, Webber was P1 in practice 1 and Lewis was fastest in practice 2, so that's what we've seen so far. And, you know, as you said, mate, you can't take much from these practice times because you don't know what's happening. So we're going to give you our tips based on what we've seen and what we know, Max, and, you know, we'll just have to see what happens in qualifying tonight. Saturday afternoon Sydney time, so we haven't seen qualifying. We've got about 6-8 hours until qualifying starts, mate.
Yep. And the other good thing, of course, is that there's the massive threat of rain, which is not unusual, I guess, at this time of year at the Nurburgring. So that'll throw up a few variables, no doubt. One of the interesting things as well, I guess, with the Brawn domination that's been going on, is that their car doesn't seem to be able to heat its tyres up quickly in low temperatures. So
you think, Max, if it's a little bit chilly in Germany, they won't be able to be competitive enough, and that maybe the Red Bull will scoot through, or someone else?
Yeah. That's about the only thing I can say in German at the moment. But yeah, look, it's going to be a great race. I think the Red Bulls are coming into their own at the moment, and it's really a dogfight between these two. There's no doubt about it. And they've got 4 very capable drivers. 3 very capable... No, sorry, I shouldn't say that about Rubens. 4 very capable drivers with those 2 teams, so it'll be a great battle, I think, up front.
Alright, Max, well, let's get into the tips, and I'm just going to come out and say again that I think Webber's going to win this race. I know I've said this in the past, and I know I keep calling Webber to win the race, but I'm calling Webber to beat Vettel and there'll be a Red Bull 1-2, Max, and with Button in P3. So, you know, I think that Red Bull's got a little bit of momentum. Mark Webber's way overdue for a race win, Max.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm hoping that he will get the victory, and I just think that Button's still got the pace with that brawn, so he'll be up on the podium as well, Max.
Okay, that's cool. For the first time in a long time, Pep and I agree on our P1s, 2s and 3s.
First time ever.
First time ever? There you go. We actually agree. To me, it'll be a split between the two Red Bulls. It could be Vettel first, Webber second, or Webber first, Vettel second. But sorry, Vettel. But I've gone for Webber, and I've mirrored what Pep said. Interesting to note that McLaren have bought a whole new floor and new front wing and the like, and it's kind of weird when you think about it in P2 to see young Lewis Hamilton fastest. I mean, I don't know whether that's a portent of things to come, but it was kind of weird and kind of nice to see Lewis back up there again, at least at the top of the timesheets for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I know McLaren were machining a lot of new parts that they wanted to bring in for Hungary, but they brought them forward to Germany, and Heikki unfortunately missed out, so Lewis got the new parts. We'll see if they work, mate. But yeah, you know, Lewis is certainly hoping, not for a podium, but to make a jump between P16 and the front of the grid.
Yeah, well, let's hope that Team Macca can start to put some things together, and let's hope this weekend is where they start. But the other question has to be raised: when do McLaren start looking at their 2010 Challenger, mate? Do they sort of, you know, start
They should start now.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are starting to think along the same lines, mate. That this season is a basket case, and let's do a brawn. What they did
last year, yeah.
And
Ferrari should do the same. That's, you know, just give up on this year and basically start developing for next year, because even if they got the odd win, I mean, what's it going to do for them? A little bit of glory, but next year they really need to push hard for the championship, McLaren and Ferrari. So start developing that car now, Max. I say now, do it now.
Yeah, I think you're right. But I've been impressed with Felipe Massa's form this year, actually, in a car that, let's face it, really isn't up to it. Felipe's still punching above his weight. He's doing a good job in the Ferrari. Kimi doesn't give a shit. From what I can understand, he'll deny that to until the cows come home, of course. But Felipe is really punching above his weight and doing good things. And it's kind of weird when you consider that Felipe lost the championship by a point last year. Is still coming back this year. Thought he'd get an equivalent or a better car this year potentially. It hasn't worked out that way, but it still hasn't dampened his spirits.
No.
He's still going very well in a car that's really not as competitive as what it should be. But,
he's Brazilian, mate.
the fiery, feisty Brazilians.
Fighting on till the end, Max.
Damn right, damn tootin'.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a wonderful race. The Nurburgring usually is, and let's hope we see Mark Webber on the top step of the podium for the first time ever.
Indeed. Alright guys, well we're going to stop this tape for a minute, have a quick VB, and then do another video and talk about the news that has been in F1 for the last week, and there's been quite a lot, Max. So, well, we might be struggling a little bit for that 10-minute YouTube limit. You
reckon? Alright guys, we'll see you soon.
See you soon guys.
Bye.
Bye.